I was telling Sylvia just how real podcasting could be and how necessary it is for business, because the way that influencers communicate now, it's so fucking fake and we all know it, and you can't
staged. It's everything.
You can't duplicate it unless you're literally sitting down for a long ass period of time, and because you get tired, you know, if you have like shit posture, like you can see it, right? If you can't communicate, you can see that, and then it's a very intimate way to build trust, you know?
Right.
What are your thoughts?
I agree. Did you say bad posture? Because I like slouched.
No.
As soon as I sat up, you were like, posture.
No.
Okay.
No, what's,
Got my text neck.
oh yeah, phone neck.
Text.
How'd you hear about text neck?
Or
like, how'd you come up with that term?
So my friend's daughter got text neck or whatever, and she went to the chiropractor, and she like popped or whatever, and her neck was really hurting one day, so she went to the chiropractor, got popped, all that stuff, and then the chiropractor said that it was text neck. That's what they call it.
Okay.
Yeah. You're texting on the foot. Like now I got like a hunch in my back. I got like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten pain in your thumbs?
From texting?
Yeah. Mm-mm. Or scrolling too much? Have you?
No. I also have a pop socket though. But I will say I have been, so I hold my phone like it's so big that I've been getting like a callus right here in the corner. And like
I feel that. I feel like my pinky is like a little indented. Oh. It used to be kind of bad when I was like on my phone a lot more, but like it does like take the shape.
That is
like,
wild.
Yeah.
It takes the shape like if you really look.
Yeah. And it's like it's so big. Got the Pro Max or whatever, the big screen, and it's just
that's what I think that's I don't know, sometimes I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was like massaging my fingers the other day, and I was like, why is it so painful? Like I was like, probably because I'm always texting.
Yeah.
You know, because like it's so tight. Like my hands are so tight. I'm like, why? I'm like, oh, it's probably.
Makes sense though.
And I'm like conscious of my posture a lot because I'm self-conscious. So I like
I know. I gotta like roll your shoulders back.
So I like purposely
roll your shoulders back.
I purposely do not. So
I
do
that's what the chiropractor told my friend's daughter to do.
But then you look like you didn't grow up with iPhone because you're
like, who's this grandpa trying to get phone? Like, get him a screen protector. Get him some glasses.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to like be 40, you know?
Not yet.
No. Not right now.
No.
Not with this phone
for
at
my
least.
back, man.
Yeah.
You should be able to do that when you're old.
What?
Like you can
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean
I'm trying to be conscious.
I know. Now I'm just like trying. What can I do to?
Yeah, right.
So you have to build your back. Like your back muscles. You have to do a lot of pulling motions.
What's my other option?
That's it.
Okay. Just curious.
So I guess I'll just fix it, man.
No,
let's
but
go to
you
the chiropractor.
You get like a rubber band. You know, like one of those
I have
bands.
a rubber band. I also have a barbell and stuff like that. Would that work?
Yeah, that works too.
Okay.
Just like, but basically you have to.
Fitness by Alan at 5. Sorry, 7. 7.
Yeah, yeah. You will just have to work out like the upper back, like your upper back, to where it like contracts, to where it fix your posture.
Okay.
Or to be able to sustain a upright posture.
Okay. Because I get this knot in my back, like when I sit up for too long, like this, like posture wise, and it usually happens like when I'm on a motorcycle or something like that. It's like the same spot. It's on my shoulder blade, and it's like a knot, and it's like reverberates outside of it, and it's like so painful. Yeah.
Do you like to ride
motorcycles? I mean, I haven't in a long time. I have a motorcycle license.
Same.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, girl. Yeah.
That's sick. That's so cool.
Another fun fact, though.
I'm just learning like the coolest flexes about like what the heck. That's so cool.
Yeah. Right?
Who is Carson? Oh my god. Like we should just have like a soul. Just like get to know Carson. Wow.
Oh my god.
It's quite a ride.
Yeah.
Love to hear everything.
So how did you started riding motorcycles early, or when did you get your motorcycle license?
In 2017.
Dude, I feel like maybe I got my motorcycle license around the same time.
Yeah. I took
No,
them.
maybe I think mine was like probably 2015, 2016.
Okay. Yeah, I signed up for the class, and Franz came home one day, and he had like new shoes, helmet, gloves, jacket for me to wear. And I did the whole class at the Moody Air Force Base. Yeah. And now I have a motorcycle license.
And have you ridden by yourself?
No, I have not. And now I'm like, it's been so long, I feel like I'd forget. I'm gonna forget.
Would you? Like, is that something that you want to do?
Ride motorcycles?
Yeah.
It used to be, but then like literally no, I don't know. It used to be something that I wanted to do.
What about you? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, like as a kid, I was always like, that's super cool. Like just the fact of, being on a motorcycle. But I mean, I guess like as an adult, I'm looking at it as a more practical thing. It's like, whoa, like that's kind of scary.
It
like,
is scary.
It's super. Like,
Yeah.
Like even just like seeing the motorcycles behind me when I'm driving, I'm like, oh my god, like let
know.
me try to be like
Yeah,
as
like,
safe as
I
I
see
can
you.
too. Like, I'm
I
like,
see you.
let me try, because sadly like those just happen so much, especially around here. Like,
Yeah.
it's really
that's why I stopped riding
Yeah.
bikes is because
The
it was
drivers are,
great
yeah.
and I could be as safe as I want, but there's nothing you could do about the shitty drivers, and I'm like
it's hard enough like when you're in an actual car. Like I get scared and like I get anxiety driving or like in a car. So just being on a bike, just out there,
Yeah.
like getting hit by like.
yeah,
Dang.
but it's cool though. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. Yeah, it took me a long time to realize like to lean into it. So I'd try to like turn and I'd just be going straight, like trying to, it's just not good. Actually, it was 2019. It
Okay.
was June of 2019 because Franz and I were married. And literally right after the class, I found out I was pregnant.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
did that influence
Might
you?
have even been later. It might have been July. I don't remember. But
That's wild.
I know. I'm like, man, it's growing a baby inside me. Riding a motorcycle. I don't know.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I learned to ride because I bought a bike. So I bought a bike first, and then I couldn't.
And
drive
then
it.
you learned to ride.
And then I learned to ride.
Okay. How old were you?
It's like 22,
Okay.
23, probably 23. Yeah.
No, it's definitely a very cool feeling, very freeing. And I mean, I was only on like a training track or whatever, but still, it was so cool.
It is super cool, and it's actually I thought it was like taking the class. In my opinion, was super worth it. Because I didn't grow up with that, so I've never.
Right.
Like a lot of people are like, oh, I grew up around dirt bikes. Well, I didn't.
I
So-
didn't. No, mine didn't. My stepdad and my brothers were like really into it.
okay.
They like rebuilt them.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That wasn't my thing.
Yeah. No. Well. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't grow up with that, so I had no fucking idea, and I didn't know how to drive stick shift either. So
I didn't know how to drive stick shift either until you can drive stick. Well, I can drive stick now. So my dad, like my actual birth father, he took me out to dinner one time and he like pulled in a parking lot and was like switched seats with me, and it was a stick shift. I like probably stalled like 100 times on the way to the restaurant. He's like, okay. We went around the parking lot a few times. He's like, okay, let's go on the road. I'm like, oh my god, it's terrifying.
It's scary. I mean, like it's hard because you just have to like feel out like
Yeah.
the.
I was like 16.
oh shit.
Terrified. Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you learn?
I just had a boyfriend. He would be fixing up cars all the time, and he had a stick shift because he just wanted to challenge himself. And he's like, you can like just learn,
It's
try to
super
do it.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I never knew how to drive at all. So he's like, if you learn with a stick, like it's gonna
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
drive, that's gonna be way easier. So like we would just practice on his car, and
Nice.
it's just kind of crazy just going back and forth with it. But I just feel like you just have to get a good feel.
Yeah.
Like I could, but I would stall out pretty hard.
Yeah.
Till like I knew.
But you figured like that
You chill.
you
Yeah.
learned and you could do it now.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a while, so I'd probably stall out a couple times. But I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, you're just kind of matching, like you just have to like put it in gear.
Yeah.
and all
No,
that
yeah.
stuff.
Press the clutch in. Yeah.
So I learned. Well, I didn't learn. I guess I learned how to ride a bike, and then that made me understand
How it
the
goes.
manual transmission, and then I was able to drive.
Okay.
But
So it was the opposite for me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But
So that's cool. My
Yeah.
first car I ever bought myself, not like borrowed from my parents or anything like that, was a Honda Civic Coupe, 2-door coupe. It's the cutest little thing in the world. I wish it still had it today.
really,
It was so
Think so?
cute.
You think
dude.
you'll still drive it?
I would still drive
Really?
it. Yeah. And it was a stick shift, and I couldn't even drive it off the dealership.
Nice. That's how I was with my bike.
So it's coming up with
Yeah. I was like, I don't care. Somebody is going to do it. So, guy I was dating at the time, like, drove it. Had to
Nice.
go. Yeah. It's
Nice.
fine. But yeah, man. So,
They got it.
Honda Civic. It was so cute.
Yeah.
But when I would travel from Georgia to New Hampshire on like 1 tank of gas. That thing.
Holy shit.
Dude, it was so good on gas.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess that you still drive it today then.
I would definitely still drive it today.
That's why,
That thing was
that's why-
so cute.
Yeah, that's why I can't part with my car too. Because I mean, it does only take like $30 to fill up, and I'm like, that's economy, man. Like, it's rough.
Yeah.
No,
Right
that's
now,
cool.
it's hard out here.
So hard. I'm like, gas is ridiculous.
It is, dude.
Yeah, man.
I fucking trip out on that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Like, why is gas so fucking expensive?
And then you go down the rabbit hole, and it's like, okay.
Well, conspiracy talk, bro. Just I haven't been on there in a while, so I haven't. I don't have any
of
good.
the recent
Yeah.
conspiracy.
Do you have you
No.
came across? Are you? So, what's your latest conspiracy theory that you want to talk about? Or wait, how are you with conspiracy theories?
I like to read them, but I never buy in. I don't buy into
Okay,
them.
okay, yeah, yeah. So I had a friend.
Oh, actually, I have.
Okay, no, tell me.
Whenever you're
No.
Okay.
Fuck.
So I watched the Elvis movie
Okay.
the other day.
Uh-huh.
Super good. Definitely
Okay.
recommend.
Okay.
And then I was like reading about Elvis and I wanted to know more about him. So then people are like, I went down the conspiracy rabbit hole about how Elvis is still alive and he faked his death. And Michael Jackson was another one of those people who faked his death. And like they think they fake their deaths just so they can get out of the public eye and live a private life. And people have like pictures and stuff like of him coming out of Graceland and all of that. I was like, interesting.
Do you think Michael Jackson also
is
is
still
in that
alive?
boat?
I don't know. I mean, he was part of the conspiracy theory, but yes. But like, imagine if they faked their death. It would probably be so easy to do as a celebrity with so much money.
Yeah. I mean, who's gonna like deny it?
Right, exactly. You're like, hey, doctor, here's $1 million.
Sign this paper.
Sign this, say this is my dental records, and then I'm dead.
You know how like they say like Tupac is still alive just because he keeps
Yeah.
like
Tupac
pumping
is
out like
another one.
records.
Yes.
Like it's just like I believe that he probably is on an island just like you just get nothing but my music. Here you go.
Yep.
Like, I mean, probably don't believe it, but it could be true. Like people, they like they have
could
enough
be.
money and connections where like I think it could be made happen. Like,
Right.
Well, but
It's not
isn't
super
aren't musicians or public figures in a way puppets for something? You heard about that conspiracy theory?
That they're puppets?
Yeah.
Puppets for what?
Just like a greater,
corporation.
yeah, or like a greater trick, like to like heavily influence behavior,
Okay.
you know. And then these like fake deaths are like, I guess not staged, but
Right.
put in place for whatever, like a greater reason than why it happened.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Like Betty White. What if Betty White was still alive?
Well, what if Tupac was still alive?
Yeah, that would be dope if he came out of the
But
woodwork.
what? But
What
like,
if him and Michael Jackson just
Yeah,
came
but-
out of the
Hey,
woodwork?
guys.
And Elvis Presley. They got a band somewhere.
yeah. But then I just think, what level of influence would he be able to get or have?
Well, I think people would have a mixed emotions about him coming back. Because I feel like they'd be mad. He's been gone for so long. And that we've all mourned his death.
Yeah,
And then he
no,
made
I
a
think
ton of money, or his family did, off of,
Paraphernalia.
yeah.
Fucking
everything.
Hot Topic sells this shit.
Yeah.
And Foot Locker, probably.
But then I'm sure that would be overcome by the excitement and people would love it. They'd be like, oh my God, I knew it.
I don't know, dude. I don't know if he'll still have it.
I feel like Tupac will always have it, if I'm honest. I feel like Elvis probably wouldn't. Michael Jackson, I mean, he's a classic. I would say he'd probably have it as well.
I think so.
Interesting.
They're like, oh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Say Michael.
He's gonna moonwalk out of the freaking casket
Yeah.
and everyone's gonna eat it up. They're gonna be like,
Right.
oh my God. They're
Like,
gonna be like,
Dude.
why did you do that? But
Moonwalk.
also
Yeah.
give me more because I missed it.
Moonwalk out of the casket. That would be like an epic entrance back into the world.
Do you think there'll be an artist that could be as influential as Michael Jackson?
No,
No.
I do not.
Why do you say that?
They don't make music like they used to.
Yeah,
nowadays-
so we're
it's like-
talking-
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
like just how it was earlier. The music scene is just so oversaturated. Like there's not too many genuine people out there that
Right.
are.
It's too easy to become a musician. Didn't we talk about this
We did.
last time?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
In
I
a
think we
way.
did.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a little bit different.
It's too
But-
easy to become a musician nowadays.
Yeah, and what I was saying, what about the art of music? Meaning, like the art of playing an instrument. Is that even a thing anymore? Like, does that hold any value? Because in the past, it used to be, you know, someone like Jimi Hendrix or this greater
Like
guitarist.
insane guitar player, yeah.
Yeah, the purpose of their skill was to make really good music, but now because the metric goes, you don't need any instrument to make
No.
music. Period. And
You download an app,
exactly. So
download guitar playing,
right.
pick how you want it to play. Like that's
Yeah, so then
Do it all
there
from your
isn't a
phone.
need for music to be created, or not created, but how would you say it?
Like I don't know. Like you don't need to really have like
Skill.
soul or like yeah, you don't really need skill.
Right.
Like you just need to know how to work a program and work auto tune. Really, like you don't even know how to. You need an instrument. You don't need to know how to actually sing. Like just like what you
Yeah.
need to. And honestly, even sometimes you don't even have to write a song. Like someone else will write the lyrics. And be like,
Dude,
"All
there's
right."
this. So
Like-
we use this robot
Yeah.
that is called Hyper, right?
literally.
And it literally you write like explain,
Explain marketing. Explain content marketing.
and then it'll spit out a fucking paragraph.
Yep. Spit it out for you, and every time you submit it, it's something different. It says it a different way, so nobody will ever have the same
so
exact
crazy.
answers.
Yeah, that's why school's a scam.
I believe it.
That's why I dropped out. So because I finished did I tell you about this?
That you finished what?
That I finished a 16-page paper in 2.5 hours and got a 94% on it.
Oh, shut up! I didn't know that.
Yep.
And I was like, I didn't learn a goddamn thing. Like, put no effort into this,
Yeah.
and I got a 94 because I used,
Right.
like, I literally read the rubric and expanded on it based on what the prompt said. Didn't do any fucking research.
Right.
And there's no way that I should have gone what I did
Right.
if,
And now there's websites like Course Hero and all of that stuff where you
Yeah.
can literally copy and paste the question into the Google,
Dude,
and it just
yeah.
the answer pops up for you.
Yeah, that's what like Quizlet was for the longest
Quizlet,
time. Like
yeah.
when I was in high school, that's because I was doing online school for the last year, and I was just like, "Yep, like I
Quizlet.
didn't learn anything, but thank God Quizlet was there because
Yeah.
that's how I passed."
yeah.
Literally, sometimes you'd find the exact quiz that you're.
No, like
Yeah.
it'll give you every answer like in the order.
Yeah. And then they try to put a paywall. Dude, I'm going to pay it.
Like literally, I will pay $14 a month for Course Hero because
Yeah, it saves you so much time.
so much.
But then I felt that it was just so, in a way, like embarrassing, and I just felt like I was wasting my time, dude. I was like, I'm literally not, like, I'm at this high level course trying to get this degree, but I am literally not putting any effort, and I'm just Googling stuff, and that's how I'm passing, and with flying colors. And this is the metric. Like, this is the standard. Like, all I'm doing is to prove that I know how to fucking Google.
Yep.
So,
And I mean, there are kids and there are people who do the research, and that's amazing. Good for them. But also, it's like,
Props to those.
Props to
Shout out
those
dude,
kids, man.
but you just have to.
and I mean, for some classes, I will say like French. I took French.
Yeah.
That was really cool. But like
But
other things,
Some classes you don't need to be that thorough.
No.
Like some classes it's okay to
Yeah.
have a little.
like I'm taking sign language at the end, starting at the end of this month. And
okay.
like, I feel like that's a class I'm not gonna. I'm excited to see how it goes.
You're probably gonna have to. Is it
I feel like
online
that
or in
would be-
person?
It's online.
Ooh, you're gonna have to record yourself.
I will. I will totally record myself.
Doing, yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's a very important language to know, like sign language.
I imagine. Man, just imagine not being able to talk.
I could not imagine that.
Yeah.
Like just like working like in the food industry stuff, just like seeing that, like it is kind of rough. Like it's sad, like they always have to make sure they have like pen and paper to like write stuff down. Like
Yeah.
you know.
But I think you'll be able to overcome it. I think it's something you could, I guess, in a way, adjust to, right?
Right.
However, it's just I'm so in a way used to being able to speak my mind.
Right. But
Like
Like you'd have to take the
well,
time.
I just wonder if you'll be able to duplicate the feeling that you get from speaking.
with sign language.
Yeah,
I'm
because-
sure if that's what you know and that's how you communicate.
But then is it the same feeling?
I don't know because I am not.
Because there's some words you're like.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know from my class. Yeah. Maybe do like a whole day.
Gabby knows sign language.
Does she?
A little
Oh my
bit,
God,
yeah.
Me and Gabby can sign together.
Yeah, dude, from
Sign through the window.
hey,
That's actually so dope.
yeah,
That'd be so funny.
like A Carson says that, you know, like
That'd be cool.
yeah,
I just think sign language is so cool. It's all good.
yeah, it is. There's gang sign language.
I did know that. It's like a way to spell like
Yeah,
bloods or
yeah,
something with your finger.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
So,
gonna do it.
Back in the day,
Like when in school, you're like,
I'm just like literally. I'm like, can I still do it?
I know. I'm like trying to
I'm
like.
at the table. I'm like, can I still do it?
yeah, there was people that would get in fights over that stuff.
Yeah, man. People wear red. Some people wear blue, and they'd be mad they wear red because it's like the Cribs, and it's like
Yeah.
Crips.
So it was problematic if where I grew up, if you wore red on a specific street. But then our high school, our colors were red and gray, so all the T-shirts that we got were red.
Right.
And
But
yeah, it was. I'm like, I wonder if they try to set us up there, you know? Like,
right.
makes me think.
Like, what are y'all doing?
Like, makes me wonder. Like, why would you?
Y'all planned this. You did.
Yeah, super weird. That was a thing. Was that a thing here?
Not like on a specific street, at least not that I know of. Like, no, I at least when I was growing up, I guess I wasn't too much in the streets like that. But I mean, it was a lot more dangerous before than it was like when I was growing up. Like now, you're not really gonna get checked for something like that. Like I guess I grew up in a more like blood predominant area, but it was never like if you're gonna be wearing blue, like you're gonna get like rocked. Like it was just like okay,
Well,
like
it's probably because maybe 15, 20 years ago, it was
Jesus.
well, there wasn't anything to do, so you just be outside,
Yeah.
like
Outside.
looking for shit. Like, hey, you don't fucking belong here. Come here.
Oh shit. Just like we're outside playing hide and seek. Like.
Well, yeah, but for example, like I'll be skating, and then that'll be problematic. Like, oh, hey, what the fuck? Like, why are you here? All that shit.
Oh.
From security and like other gang members.
oh yeah, I never like had like an outside sport, so I was never really out there. But I get that like
Yeah.
a lot of people don't really like skating people in the area because like
Yeah,
on the
but
main
even so,
stairs and
even
stuff.
it was fucked because even
Is that
Uh,
Luna
yeah.
trying to get in?
should be in the pod, dude. But it was like, for example, like
Power
a
pod, man.
specific like skate parks.
Okay.
You know, like if you weren't in the gang, you have to get the fuck out of there.
Wow.
Nice. That's lame.
It is. You're
That
right.
is pretty lame.
Yeah. But then what are you gonna do? Get beat up? Stay?
I would skate.
Yeah. Ideally, that's one of the things that I thought was very interesting. Like now that I'm an adult, is just the lack of support for something like that. Probably drove a lot of people to do things that they shouldn't be doing,
Right.
Because there was no
What else
outlet.
do you do? Like a lot of people who grew up like here, they asked me like, what did you do for fun? Like, what do you do for fun? I'm like, honestly, like work. Like as a teenager, there's not much to do besides,
Yeah.
I was a smoker, so like that was my vice. I was just smoking all the time, and I still do, but now it's more productive. But back then, that's all I would do. So I mean, I could understand if someone wanted something that wanted to have a little bit more fun and not with weed, it could spiral into something bad just because there's
Definitely.
nothing. There's the community, like they just keep making fast food places all the time, and it's like, hey, can you guys invest into like something else, like at least school programs, like at least
Right.
like a better park. Like, why couldn't you build more bigger skate parks? And I think they kind of realize that too, because now we have like they're starting to think about building more skate like areas.
Yeah, it was
but-
just an outlet, dude.
yeah,
like-
yeah, it really is. They just want somewhere to go, be outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, so I remember just getting grounded for fucking, like, not having good grades, you know?
Oh, really?
So I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm fucking inside. Like,
Yeah.
pretending to read and shit. Like,
Come on, good behavior yet?
yeah, dude. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm like so anxious and I don't stop. I'm free.
Strange.
Yeah, dude. I'm like,
You're no longer a puppet.
yeah, I think so. Yeah. Do you ever get anxious whenever, like in low ceilings?
Like a little like claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little because I guess my house now has pretty high ceilings, so that's what I'm used to. Which sounds like bougie as fuck. Like, yeah, and I mean that's the house I grew up in too. Like
Tall ceilings.
tall ceilings.
Mm.
So
So I think I barely fit in the house that I grew up in. Like I have to like
wiggle your way. You're also very tall.
almost, yeah. And I think I hit the, like I have to like duck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
It's a little,
craziness.
yeah, it's a little outside. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like,
Dang.
and the crazy thing is, I was supposed to stay there, dude.
Could you imagine right now
Fuck no.
if your pod was in that house?
Uh,
If this pod was in that
I don't know, dude, because I feel like I think maybe the biggest room was probably as big as this. This is not the biggest room in this house.
No, it's not.
So
And that was in Mexico.
yeah. And speaking of, they just had some crazy ass violence that happened.
Yeah.
They popped off.
And like they warned Americans to get to the nearest embassy and get out.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. But then I was thinking, like, fuck, dude, this is why I was supposed to leave.
Mm-hmm. And your mom doesn't live there anymore, does she?
No, she had no idea. So I was like, good.
Good. Very good.
Yeah.
Do you have any family still there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are they okay?
Yeah, they're okay. But they like couldn't go to work.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was dangerous.
I'm glad they're okay.
Yeah,
That's scary.
it is. But I don't know. I think there's just opportunity to come to America, and like there's people that just don't want it. They out of pride they don't want to take it. But then there's things like this that happen, and it's, I mean, that could happen technically anywhere, you know, in theory, but it's less likely to happen here as an adult, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
just makes me like, maybe that's just me justifying my life or something. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think you're good.
Yeah,
Good.
I feel like it's just the right. I don't know. It's just like if you had an opportunity to fucking come here, like,
Right.
you don't. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
like, what are you really trying to like?
Right. We're trying to bring my mother-in-law here. She lives in Jamaica because her Franz was born and raised in Jamaica.
Cool.
And then when he was, I think, like 12 or 13, he was adopted by his aunt to come to America. And yeah, so his birth mom isn't on his birth certificate anymore. So he became a citizen through adoption. So you have to have a sponsor that's like a direct family member in the United States to be able to come over from Jamaica. We've done all the research, tried to figure it out, but because Franz was adopted and that's how he became an American citizen, he can't sponsor her, which is unfortunate. So now we're trying to go through it's called like the granny au pair. Do you know what an au pair is? It's a nanny, essentially. It's granny au pair. So au pairs, like regular au pairs, they come from overseas and they come and live with you, and they're just live-in nannies, and you pay them and they stay with you and they take care of the kids and the house and all that fun stuff. And you, in return, you don't have to pay them, but I mean, you can give them like spending money, or like, you don't, like, you pay like their insurance and you pay for like they can use.
So they're essentially your dependent,
basically, but
Okay.
they take care of everything. Like they have to go through a course, they have to go through all of this stuff and be certified. So they do this. So the age limit is between like 19 and 26. So, but his mom is obviously older. So there's a granny au pair, which I'm sure she's not going to like the name of it, where you can, yeah. So we're going to try to get her over. So I have a meeting with an immigration lawyer tomorrow.
I hope that goes good, dude.
Me too. I think because all of her siblings are like American citizens, and so we originally talked to an immigration lawyer probably like a year ago, and they had said that they're just now processing the green card papers and like all the immigration paperwork from 2006. That's how far behind they are.
Yeah, dude.
So we want to apply and then just have her like be in the waiting list right now and then bring her over as an au pair. That way she can stay here. And then until basically she gets a green card.
That's crazy.
2006.
Jesus Christ.
I know. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
So my grandpa got my mom residency,
Okay.
like a live-in resident. Like she was a resident of the United States,
Okay.
and that's how. So when she applied for citizenship, it was as a resident already.
Oh.
Yeah. So she was able to work here and all that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's because we didn't come. I think it was we came in 2004.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I didn't become a U.S. citizen until 2006, maybe.
Wow. You're like just about to be a freshman.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy to think about. Like just because I was
No.
born and raised here.
And
And I love to hear other people's
Well, I always wonder what it was like
to live here.
Yeah. But it's weird because I know what it was like because I watched it on TV.
Right. I mean.
But then I'm like, I don't even know if that's even accurate. But then I have so many fucking questions, but not just about America, just in general. Because what I was saying, dude, I didn't even know I didn't have a dad till I was 7.
Wow. My dad. Yeah. My birth father left my mom, divorced when I was 2.5. And then I don't remember him coming back into the picture until I was a teenager. And we had moved from New Hampshire to Florida. And then my mom went to a wedding for one of her best friends who happened to be the sister of my stepdad. And they were the epitome of love. They were, oh my God, they were so in love always, always doing cute things for each other. After 20 years still, it was so cute. And we unfortunately lost him in June 2020. But yeah, they were just and she is sad, obviously she's sad, but she's so grateful for the love that they shared because a lot of people don't get a love like that. And it was so you knew just how much they loved each other. And
it's so dope.
At my wedding, there's pictures of them dancing and he was doing the Macarena and trying to learn it. And I'm teaching him. It was so funny. Just, yeah. Well, how do we get to this conversation? Oh, the dad. So he became my father.
Oh.
If I called my dad and told him hey, I need you for something, he'd be like, oh, well, I don't know. But John, my stepfather, who was in turn my dad, was there in an instant. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so even stuff like that, I'm like, whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have that, right?
He was the most consistent parent.
That's cool.
Yeah. And in return, made my mom a consistent parent.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then that's not American. That should be every,
Right. That should be everywhere. Absolutely.
Right. But then to see stuff, so it's whenever, I reflect on my childhood and not to compare it in a positive or negative way, but just on what is or what was. I just I'm in a way just coming from a very different angle.
It's different.
And sometimes I'm like, oh man, it's not even just sometimes I wonder what it was to have stability growing up. And stuff like that. When you're you.
I think that's something that kids they don't think about. They don't think about it at all.
Yeah.
And looking back, it was important. That stability was.
But for me, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Until later, that I'm oh fuck,
Yeah. I mean, we moved all the time. That's the thing. So I moved from New Hampshire to Florida, be with my mom. After about 2 years, we moved to Massachusetts. And then we stayed in Massachusetts in the same town, but we moved 4 different houses until the last house. And then we were in that house the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they kept doing better and like making more money. And like, so we would like upgrade homes to fit our family because we're 8 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so that's super.
And then,
cool
and then everybody went to college and then I was there alone. So I'm like, get my pick of the bedrooms. Like, super.
Yeah. So that stuff is super interesting.
Yeah.
But it's because like, just like, fuck, well, I have no idea.
We'd like have like 6 foster dogs at a time.
That's
like,
crazy,
That's
dude.
my sister is an animal lover. Yeah.
Nice.
She just bought her first house with her husband and their son. And they got this little farm and she was able to bring home her horse, which is her dream. And then she bought another horse. And then so they have a horse pen. They got dogs. They got cats. All things.
So did you grow up with animals?
Yes.
Did you grow up with animals?
No, not really. I mean, like there was like the neighborhood cats. Like there was like one point. Well, we kind of like moved around in like neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this one house that we had that had like an outdoors room, and there was always so many cats there. So that was kind of like we were there for a while. So like that was kind of like our cats.
Okay.
And then I got my dogs when I was like 17.
And then like you got those like they're your dogs.
Well, the one
Or
of
is it,
them
like,
is
family?
mine.
Okay.
No, yeah, one of it. Well, yeah, it was like, yeah, it's my dog, and then the other one's my brother's dog. But my mom, she usually takes care of the dogs, so we kind of
Love that.
share.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all of our.
What kind of
that's
dogs do you have?
I have a little Chihuahua, and then I don't know what the other one. I want to say it's a blue heeler mixed with like.
Oh my God,
I don't
cute.
even know what. Like he's just really short and stubby, but.
Is your Chihuahua aggressive?
No, she's not aggressive. She's
Not
just
aggressive.
Very,
That's not the right word.
No,
Is
she's
she
very
moody?
anxious.
Oh,
Yeah, she's a
anxious.
very anxious thing. So she's not really like she has to just really like you to. I mean, she won't be mean, but like she just won't come near you. She'll just be like, hey, you know.
Well, I guess that's
And
better than the
Yeah,
alternative.
She does kind of yap though. Like when you first like come up, she kind of does go off, but you just have to be like, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
But you know, as Chihuahuas.
What's her name?
Aubrey. Yeah, it's
Aubrey the Chihuahua. Oh my God.
Aubrey and Gizmo.
Gizmo. I love
Yeah.
that name. That's wicked cute.
Aubrey.
Where did Aubrey come from?
I was a really big Degrassi fan.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I never watched that.
Sorry.
I really liked Aubrey Plaza too. So I was like, it's such a cool name. But that's it. I was rewatching Degrassi at the time. Do you get it? There's an actor in there.
I don't know. I never watched it. So
Oh my
no
God. That was the most dramatic show. If you want trash TV,
idea. Wait, what?
you should watch
It's not trash. It's cool.
No, I don't
No,
mean
I'm
like.
just kidding. I know.
No,
what
I
you
love
mean,
it,
though.
but like
in that
there's
genre of
there's some drama.
What do you?
Dramatic
Whoa, what do you
The
mean?
most dramatic.
It's
I
such a
love
good
that,
show.
and I need to meet your dog now because that's incredible. Did you know that Drake got discovered on Degrassi?
Yeah.
It was Drake, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I did know that.
Okay. So yeah.
This
So
is a really good album. So
that's-
also inspired me. Okay.
That's the only thing that I know about
Okay.
it. I just know that.
I think it's on Netflix, right? You should totally watch
I
it.
think it's on HBO or something like that. It's
The
on
old,
something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they made like a new
Oh, yeah, that's
Degrassi.
true.
It's
We
not the
didn't know
same. Totally not the same level.
No,
at all.
it couldn't touch it. Couldn't
Yeah.
compare. Couldn't compare it to.
You gotta watch it, man.
It's so
It's
good.
so
Okay.
funny.
But
Speaking
yeah, that's
of,
fine.
okay, do you used to watch Full House?
Yes,
Did you watch Fuller House?
I did.
What do you think?
It was super cheesy, and I loved every second of it.
Did you watch Full House?
Yeah, but I didn't watch the reunion.
No. Well, it's not ruined. It's like they have a full season now.
It's like
Oh.
it's like
It's
4
like,
or 5 seasons.
4 or 5
yeah.
seasons.
Oh,
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. It's DJ Tanner's grown up. Her husband died. She has 3 kids and brings in 2 of her friends. Like Danny brought in 2 of his friends to help take care of her kids.
Yeah.
And one of them's her sister. Yeah. And then you see like all the
I did like that bringing back the old characters and how the storyline did play out.
and they all came back. All of them
Yeah.
except for the Mary Kate and Ashley. And they'd funny, but they like make digs about like
Right.
why they weren't here, and then they
Yeah.
look at the camera. And
Yeah. I
think
thought it
it's
was
super cute.
so I was okay with the first season. I felt that was like the only good season. I think after that it was
I don't disagree with you, but it's like so cheesy, and I knew it was gonna be cheesy, and I
no,
just
but
love
that's
it.
what, and maybe that's Maybe because it's like the first season, it's funny to re-engage with some of those jokes and try to like get the maturity side of the jokes, or how those jokes played out long term, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think
trying to find this song.
the song.
There's a song I just want to play you, like it's super sad. Gonna play it for you. So have you heard of like her name's Jax? She's like a songwriter.
No.
So she wrote the song for Bob Saget.
Oh, no. I forgot.
Yeah, so Bob Saget passed away, and she wrote a song for him, and it's the same. I'm so sorry to do the song.
What?
So she wrote a song in the same tune as the like beginning song that everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But
dang.
it's for him, and it's really sad. And that just made me think of it, and now I need to show everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
We should sit here and wait.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
I would like to listen. I'll sit
Well,
here and
yeah,
wait.
but yeah, I just felt like the jokes were the same, and you could only re-engage or bring up old jokes so many times before, like the same drama. You can't reenact every single drama. That's, I guess, kind of what
No, you can't. And I get it.
yeah. But I did watch the first season.
Yeah, and I feel like new shows now just lack like that genuine drama that like the old shows used to.
But I think also we're overstimulated with drama because we watch the trashiest of TV, and it's
Oh,
like nothing
that
else does it. I know this is fake, dog.
Yeah, right.
100%.
I'm like,
Like you don't feel
you
that.
can't do it. Yeah, you
Like
can't
you
do it
don't
anymore.
feel that.
Yeah, trash TV's ruined me.
Yeah. But
Okay,
who
got
wrote who wrote the note? Do you know?
Yeah, Jenny and Snooki.
Jenny and Snooki. Oh my God. That's where the poof came from.
Who
Dude.
wrote the note? You too. Yeah, it was them too. It was them too.
I just that's been that. Are you watching the new one,
What?
the New Jersey Shore?
No.
Oh no, the song played.
Are you ready for the sadness?
Better make me cry.
Everywhere we look, you'll be there in our hearts. You were everyone's dad in all our childhoods, all our living rooms. You were there to make every house fuller. We lost one of the greats, but Bob Saget we know. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
So sad. Oh my God. But she's amazing. She's an amazing songwriter.
Yeah, she sounds really good.
Yeah. She just wrote a new song called Victoria's Secret.
What is Victoria's Secret?
So she's like, I know Victoria's Secret.
No, but what do you think Victoria's Secret is? Is that a thing?
Victoria's Secret? Victoria's Secret is she's a dude.
Oh, really?
I heard it's a man.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the
It's a
secret.
man behind Victoria's Secret.
No way.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You didn't?
Isn't it?
No,
Like-
I play you a song.
Yeah, it's- yeah.
No, tell me.
And
Okay,
I'm pretty
so
sure he got the name off like, isn't it like his wife or something like that?
Oh, sorry.
I don't know exactly.
what? What do you? Okay,
Victoria's Secret. Girl, you wouldn't believe. She's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me. Dashing in the party issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret.
Dude, ready?
She was made up by a dude.
Yeah. It's made up by a dude.
holy shit!
That's Jax
A
as well.
man
Jax.
profited off.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And he created it
So did you look into this?
so it's funny because my sister wrote her college essay on like stores like Hollister,
Hot Topic.
Abercrombie,
Oh.
and like Victoria's Secret, where they only hire certain people
Okay.
to show like their stuff, like to be the face of their company. And they're beautiful people. Beautiful, like blonde hair, blue eyes, super tall, super skinny, like, yep. So Victoria's Secret was designed to be, I'm sorry, I keep kicking you.
Okay.
Was designed to be like what the male wanted a woman's body to be and look like. So Victoria's Secret is not for everybody. And their sizes are like not realistic at all.
Oh, no.
Like a large
Yeah,
is
and
like,
you can tell.
Yeah.
You can literally tell. Anytime you get size that you're like, you jumped a couple.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
like what? Yeah. So yeah, I think they've gotten better over the years when they opened Pink, like the little like store next door. Yeah. But yeah, Victoria's Secret.
It's like,
Made up like by a dude. Dude.
Do you think that hurts the brand?
I mean, I feel like people have probably known forever.
I
But
feel like now it does too, because I mean, not everyone's built the way they were when it first like was built. Because back then it was like very super like model skinny
Yes.
women, and like that was in trend. Like body trends are very real, and that was a trend then.
Yeah.
And now no one fits in there anymore. Like I can't. If I went in Victoria's Secret and bought a pair of underwear, I could not. Like
it's
I'd
like
have to
it's
buy
like
the,
$60 for
yeah,
a
and I'd,
for
and
a
I'd
bra.
have to buy the biggest size, and like, and it would probably just not look good. And
It wouldn't.
just fit weird. Like,
Yeah.
Huh.
just it's not size. And I'm not even like
You're not a big
5'2",
person.
like,
Yeah, you're.
So like, you know, they're just missing out on such a big
Poor
market.
Luna. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's why. I mean, that's why no one shops there anymore. Because I mean,
Really?
yeah, because that's why like
And-
Fenty's like a thing now. Because like that's more size inclusive. That's
Yeah.
even more like cost. You know, that hits a better market in that sense too.
And what was I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, there was a documentary that came out on Hulu. It might be on.
Yeah,
And it's like angels, like Victoria's Secret, like angel tells all, like whatever. And it goes behind the scenes of angels who walk the runway and the unrealistic expectations that they put on the angels. And they would be like, okay, stand in a mirror and jump up and down. And you see anything jiggle, like that needs to go at all. Like unless it's like your boobs, obviously, but like any fat, anything like that, couldn't do it. Couldn't be there. Any kind of stretch mark, you're out. Any kind of body funk, like yeah, these unrealistic.
That's why they're trying to come back with the rebrand and being like, yeah, we're all inclusive, but they're still not being inclusive because they're still giving like they made their bigger sizes just so plain and like
Yeah.
Hanes. It looks like a Hanes ad,
Right.
Like, and it's like, hey, we get it's not genuine, and that's why it's hurting the brand. 'Cause it's like-
Exactly.
But okay, so what do you think that made it such a popular brand before? Because like what you're saying, I mean, I agree, right?
Yeah.
I think. But for example, it's very limited what I know. 'Cause
Right.
It's not my.
So growing up, I mean, they had unrealistic, like every store pretty much had unrealistic.
Yeah, well,
like
like Barbie,
bodies.
right? Like
Yeah.
Right,
like the
Barbie,
dolls, yeah.
and then all the models on front of the magazines, like you wanted to be small and like them. And
Like
that's,
I just think like it was just the trends of like what the body trends.
Yeah.
Like, so back then, like they catered to them. So that's why Fashion Nova was so big for such a long time, because that was the era of people like, the thicker girls finally having like
embracing the
place-
curves and stuff. Yeah.
And like that's why that lingerie, because like not a thick girl can go shop in Victoria's Secret, but a thick girl can go shop in Fenty or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else, but that's kind of the only thing I know shop.
there used to be a store. It was called La Senza. Do you remember that?
I've heard of it. Like that name sounds familiar.
They
but-
had like very inexpensive like bras and underwear, like, and they were beautiful. I found, it reminded me of it because I found a coffee cup that I had bought from their store, and I still have it. But now they're all closed down, all of them. Yeah, they did not stay in business in that time because unrealistic body expectations. But now everybody's like pro whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, there's just so much sizes now. Like
Yeah.
you don't.
like Lizzo, I feel like, has really, as much as people hate on her for being thick and like she should be healthier and it's not good for her heart, and that girl can dance.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, can you do that?
That's
I
what
was like,
she wears, like a corset and does a whole set of dances and sings.
Yeah, I'm like, you
And
have
plays
that
the
breath
flute. I'm like, do
control?
you know how much breath work it takes to play the flute? And she does all of it on like a show.
You're not telling
Does
me
it.
she's not active. 'Cause
Have you seen
I
Big
can see-
Girls? Have you seen Big Girls? It's
Is it a movie or?
No, it's a reality TV show with Lizzo picking dancers for her tour.
Oh my god! Yeah.
It's so good. I'm like, Franz and I put it on, and Franz like, do we have to watch this? And before you know it, we're binging everything. He's like,
so next episode.
yeah, he's like, so we're just gonna watch it. So we watched it literally in one day, and it was
What?
It was actually very good. And there's a transgender.
What platform?
Gender.
I feel like I need
transgender
to watch this.
woman, transgender woman, yes, who made it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So what platform is it on?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay, cool. I like never watched the show on there. I don't think ever.
Amazon Prime. Yeah,
No.
it's free. I mean,
Right? No,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Like we have it.
yeah,
And
I mean
I've
with
never-
Prime, it's free. Yeah, but
Right,
yeah,
but
it's
we've
really,
never used it.
It's very good.
Huh. I love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's like a little bit of drama between the dancers. And
Oh,
like,
of course. Like
because
that
there's
is
like one girl who's like trying to.
that
do
is
it
what
all.
I'm after. Like
The drama. There's one girl who's like trying to do it all and like tell everybody what they should be doing, take the leading position, and the rest of the group is like a team,
okay.
and she's like not. So there's a lot
Well,
of drama.
have you? Did you watch like the I Love New Year, but like Flavor of Love?
Flavor
all those,
of
right?
Love.
So
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
the drama was so good.
Dude.
So, but I feel like now I don't think I could watch a show like that, right? Because it's just so. Like now that I'm thinking about it, like it's
Because now, like, we'd be at the age of the people that are on those shows. And
Yeah.
you're
right, and then
saying,
like, dude, like
do
it's kind of
you wanna do
sad,
that?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Like
not a good
Next.
look.
Do you remember the show Next?
Oh my god,
I
I
do.
loved that.
Get off the
Like,
bus,
as
and
soon as
sometimes
they
they'd be
said
like,
butt,
Or do you remember Room?
Raiders?
Yeah,
Shut up. Yeah, I was gonna say
dude.
Room Raiders. Raiders was crazy.
That was fucking
That one
hilarious.
oh my god. That's-
Yeah,
I mean,
Man,
the
they don't make
concept.
shows
They
like
No,
really
well-
don't. They were so good.
but even so, there was a show that just came out. It's like Vinny and Polly. They do like the
Oh yeah,
the
the
show.
Yeah,
double
the-
shot.
yeah. The drama was not the same.
no. It's like forced. Like nowadays, it's like
It's
pre-written and
yeah,
or basically it's like
producers.
yeah, pre-planned. Essentially, they're like, okay, this is what's gonna happen.
yeah. But then the shows, but then like so that drama from like Flavor of Love and stuff like that, it was real.
Yeah.
Even though like I know it was staged, but you can't.
Can't fake
Yeah.
New York's
Dude.
tears when she was like,
Dude.
ooh, like she's like, I don't care, and then she's in the lowest. she's
Slap
like,
me,
dude,
bitch! Like
Like she
Dude.
got spit on. Like
Yeah.
she got spit on.
Oh my
like,
God.
Yo, you cannot come back. That is not. At that point, it's real, and like that's a fighting
Yeah.
act.
yeah, yeah.
Like, and you couldn't
And-
do that now.
No, you can't fake it. But now the reality shows are. Is everything okay?
They won't. Something cut off. Your camera.
The camera cut off.
Which one?
The phone. Oh wait, no. The GoPro. It's
The GoPro?
blinking red. It was blinking green. Is it full?
Dude, something's been weird earlier too, because it stopped for a couple minutes earlier too.
Dang. I was gonna say OG Jersey Shore though. Ron, man, Sammy and Ron.
Dude, I rewatched everything.
Yeah. I can't believe. I when I rewatch it, watching Sammy straighten her hair, I'm like, man.
Huh? Is it working?
Well, on that note,
On that note,
that
I think
note, I think
we'll
it's
just
time for our podcast to end.
yes. Well,
I'm Carson.
I'm Alan,
Sylvia.
and this has been the Power Pod, dude, in the new studio.
Pwr Pod in the new studio.
We're doing this next week.
Yeah. Promoted and sponsored by Powerhouse Marketing.
Powerhouse.
Powerhouse Media. Powerhouse Media. Not
Yes.
marketing. Actually, the Powerhouse Media.
Powerhouse Media.
Powerhouse Media.
The Pwr Pod.
How do you say period?
Period.
Period.
Do you say like period?
Period.
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 Period. No enunciate.
Period.
Period.
Gotta make it sound powerful. Period.
Power.
Well, you say it very low.
Powerhouse.
Period.
Period.
Period. I don't know.
Powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
Powerhouse. Power Pod.
Oh, that's a tongue
Period.
twister.
Power Pod.
Powerhouse Power Pod. Couldn't even
Say
do
it 10
with
times.
the
Powerhouse. Power Pod. Power.
Sorry, that's what
Yeah.
Powerhouse Power.
So I used to have trouble enunciating my words. So my sister came up with this thing where you'd like, she's like, okay, you're going to go, open your mouth and enunciate. And every time I would start to like mumble or whatever, she said, what do we do? And she'd make me do it.
I said, oh, okay.
Oh, but you had to like literally stretch your face.
I mumble way too much.
Yeah. I feel it. I talk too fast.
I don't think so.
It's because I feel like you hear me. You like, I feel like you guys hear me.
Yeah.
We're catching it. We
Yeah,
catch
yeah.
the speed.
My stepdad used to tell me like, slow down. slow down.
No,
Tell
keep
me
going.
what you're saying.
Catch up.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people just need to be told keep going. Like this fucking slow down is not my fault.
Yeah. Sorry,
Like,
you can't hear
you
me.
keep up. Fuck.
Right.
Like,
Listen to me.
yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you.
All right. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.